Hello and welcome to episode 44 of Pentagon for Gold. It's been a little while since the last episode, but we haven't gone too far further ahead in the season, and as you may remember, we were in incredible form, so let's have a look to see if that has continued. No. So since the last episode where we beat Cruz Azul 3-1, we beat Pumas 3-2, Tigres 2-0, and then this Tijuana loss 4-3 was the catalyst. Basically, you may notice that Jorge Lopez and Victor Hugo Nunez took part in this game here. They also played in this game where for some reason our defence... Oh no, sorry, that was the Tigres game. The Tijuana game, neither of them took part, and that really resulted in... It's just really ruined our form. We've gone from 13 straight wins to 3 losses in a row. It's been unlucky, on the whole. We've still controlled the games, but we just aren't scoring enough, and even when we are, we're conceding 4 goals. So today's episode sees us play Monterrey and Atletico San Luis. Hopefully, although Monterrey are going to be difficult, they're 8th now, but they did win the league last season in I think it was the Clausura. I don't know if they won it overall or not. But if we have a look here, Atletico San Luis are 17th. And then the rest of the season is Pachuca 7th and Chivas 13th. Now, because of the amazing form we had, we are still guaranteed to be taking part in the playoffs. But it does have me a little bit worried that we're not going to reach the final of the playoffs, which is what we need to qualify for the CONCACAF Champions League. I'm hoping that's not the case, but you never really know. Particularly once you get into a little bit of bad form in FM, it can really destabilise your entire season, or at least the next few games, shall we say. We're back to basically a full complement of our starting lineup for today's game, with Jorge Lopez and Victor Hugo Nunez both coming back in. Barbosa starts in midfield with Mercado. Zubiarte has been amazing this season. He's got 4 goals and 11 assists in 14 games, and that's also when he's coming off most of the time around the 70-minute mark, just because he tends to get a bit tired before other players. He's been immense. Camarena, although he was in amazing form for most of the early part of the season, in his last 5 games he's got a 6.58 as his average, so I've criticised his form, which actually raised his morale, and hopefully that will be enough to get him firing again, because he's still got a couple of goals every so often, but he's not the same player that he was a few weeks ago. I think it's just a case of a little bit of bad form. I'm sure he'll be back to his normal self in no time. There was a reason why Chelsea signed him, even if they didn't ever really make use of him. He's obviously got something about him. So let's hope that we can extract that in today's games as well. And that's poor defending. Hernandez is now through, and he's found a goal. We've looked so bad defensively recently. Just really, no real cohesion with the defensive unit. Awful play. Awful play. And I'm a bit concerned that this form is not going to end anytime soon. It's 3 games in a row we've lost. Dynamics are going to start to be taking a big hit soon. That's not a foul. I should also highlight the fact that the first game that we lost against Tijuana, we had a penalty given against us that clearly wasn't a penalty, and we ended up losing by 1 goal, so potentially we wouldn't be having this horrendous form now if that weren't the case. In reality, these games don't matter too much, but it'd be nice to win the Apertura and actually sort of establish ourselves, particularly because even if we don't get to the final of the playoffs, I think if you get the top 2 point scorers over the season actually can get CONCACAF Champions League. It may just be the top point scorers that aren't included in those 4 teams that make the final in the Clausura or the Apertura. Once again, we're not really dealing with this. How has he got through there? That is awful play, awful defending. That time I think it was Lopez who was at fault, really. Just kept letting Baiano run. Awful play. We're at home as well, and we haven't had a shot yet. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully this can get us back into it. Nunez on the edge of the box. Finds a good pass into Calderon. Can he test his man? Sends it in, and Zubiarte's there, and it's saved. It's a really good effort. Nice bit of play there all round, but I think we'll go back to berating the team as I was planning on doing before that chance. Why is he doing that throw? Absolutely no need for that. Needlessly gave the ball away. Thankfully we got it back now. Zubiarte beats his man. And now he's stretching the play. Can he get... didn't really have many options in the box. Camarena seems to be absolutely nowhere to be seen today, which is a bit odd for someone with 17 off the ball. You'd expect them to always really be in the right position going forward. I mean, once again, I think it's just Hummler has been awful recently as well. He's barely made a save in the last few games. But we need to do something to sort this out because it's a bit concerning. I was feeling very confident going into the playoffs before, but now with this form, and given we're going to have to be playing the top teams in Mexico rather than just everyone lower down, I'm not so sure. Oh, it's a fantastic pass from Calderon into Zubiarte, and he makes no mistake with the finish. That's more like the team that I saw before we had those 3 losses. And now Mendoza. There was a chance for Camarena to step in there and attack it, but unfortunately he didn't take it. And in the end it's a shot that goes directly at Hummler. You'd be disappointed if he didn't save that, but with how he's been recently it would not entirely surprise me. Mercado's not being very good today's game. Right. I think we'll be harsh on the boys. They've brought themselves back into it at least, but it's still not really... It's not the team that I was looking us to... The performance from the team that I was looking for us to extract. I think Mercado needs to come off. He's just not having... It's not his game at all today. Not quite sure why he's struggling so much, but it is a bit of a concern. It will encourage the boys to try and get some of these mentalities a bit better. And unfortunately Zubiarte, as always, is the most tired player, which is really annoying because he is not... He's actually our best player. I've got a difficult choice here because Camarena is having an absolute stinker and Barbosa is very frustrated. Let's get Guerra on then. I need Camarena to do something more. Let's go attacking. Once again we're winning unexpected goals, but in the end that doesn't count for anything. Let's go a bit more direct with our passing. Losing 4 games in a row would be a real concern. You know, 1 or 2 games, you know, it happens. 3 games you're starting to get a bit worried. 4 games is ridiculous when you've gone 13 games without losing. And Camarena's now stepped up and got us an equaliser. Well, having had an absolute stinker of a game, he's managed to salvage at least some of it with that header. I think I'll reduce the directness again, but I'll keep us on attacking because I want us to go for the win here. And it looks like it's probably not going to happen, but we'll see if anything crops up now. Alright, well, a 2-2 draw isn't awful given our recent form. I'll give them the what a comeback that is, because even though we didn't win, you know, they're all happy and inspired and motivated by that. It does mean we're only 1 point clear at the top of the Clausura now, which isn't ideal. Thankfully we've got Club Atletico San Luis, who are one of the weaker teams in the division next, but the 2 games after that could go either way, and to be honest, the way our current form is, who knows what's going to happen. Let's hope that we can get the win we need to actually maintain our current position, because I do not want to be dropping down from first position when 2 weeks ago we were about 8 points clear. There may only have been a couple of days since our last game, but I've gone for pretty much the same team with only Quintero Morones coming in for Benitez. Everyone else, because they're fully fit supposedly, is starting, so we've got to try and get a big win here. We've got a week till our next game after this, so at least there shouldn't be too many issues fitness wise for playing in that game, but hopefully we won't get any injuries or anything like that just from overplaying people, which is possible, but I'd hope it won't happen. Anyway, we've started this game with a chance for Atletico San Luis as their free kick It resulted in a header which just drifts over the bar. Nothing too much to worry about. Zubiarte now with the corner. And Chan looks to be chasing it down. He's got there, and now Nunez finds Barbosa. A bit of a weird pass into Calderon, but we've still got it. And now Nunez back into Lara. It's a really rubbish pass there. Not really sure who was being aimed at there, because no one was on the right wing. Rafael Chan, though, has won it back with a good bit of hustle, and now that's a good ball into Calderon. Rebounds to him, and he gets another chance to send it in, but unfortunately it's been blocked away, and now they can counter Atletico San Luis, and that's good work from Quintero Morones. Looked like Humalo had sort of sold himself on the near post, so it was good that Quintero Morones was there to actually help out his goalkeeper. And now Galvan, and that will probably be the end of that chance, unless Zubiarte can do something with it. No, he can't. And here we go with Calderon taking the throw in. Chan's immediately lost it, but then won it back again. There he finds Mercado, and it's blocked from Camarena, but Chan gets a chance to collect the loose ball. And now Nunez into Mercado. Zubiarte, oh, I scooped that one wide. Got his angles all wrong there. Chan and Zubiarte already tiring. Imagine this would probably happen, but hopefully when we were 3-0 up or something, rather than not having had a shot on target. Bad form is incredibly frustrating on FM, because half the time you don't really know what's going wrong. Like Camarena's gone from banging in a goal every game to one in something like 6, and even then we're not losing to Atletico San Luis. We are drawing still, as that goal is being disallowed. But it's a warning sign. This club, we should be beating Atletico San Luis. They're a lot worse than us. Come on, I'm going to thrash my arms. I'm not happy with any of these recent performances. We've been awful recently. It's really frustrating because it's just so difficult to work out what we're doing wrong. Zubiarte, for once, not having a great game on the left-hand side. He's not doing awfully, but he's just not really doing all that much. I think we'll go attacking because we're starting to control the game a bit more. And yeah, now it's time to make some subs. So we'll get Sosa on. Rafael Chan can come off for Edaguera. And perhaps Noe Cantu can come on for Jorge Lopez, who's just going back from his injury and is on a yellow card. And also I'm looking for someone to be dangerous in an attacking sense. I'm looking for Calderon. Quiroga with the free kick for Atletico San Luis. It's made its way to Meza. Calderon doesn't really get his... Oh, you've got to be kidding me, guys. It's a great goal from Meza, but these guys are rubbish. I don't understand what's going on. We can't score, can't defend. Humala can't make a save. Burgos finds Meza in the end. And now Chan, once again, they've just broken through the defence so easily. Let's go very attacking. There's not really any point in doing anything else. And that will probably see us... We're still on top of the league, but... I don't understand what's going on. We went on such an amazing run of form, and now we are seemingly trying to throw it all away. Maybe it's because we've already secured playoffs that the boys are getting a bit complacent, but surely we want to win the Apertura rather than bottling it. This is frustrating. Let's see. We've got Pachuca and Chivas left, both away games, and oh, they're our away form recently. Most of the games we've played recently have been away games, and we've lost all of them 1-0. It's not very promising. I don't know if there's anything I can do in the dynamics. Can I do a team meeting? I mean, we're still top of the league. I don't think I can really do anything. So, I guess we're just going to have to hope that the boys can turn it around. I mean, we're still sitting at the top of the league. And in reality we're not going to drop from there, but it's not particularly promising for the playoffs, where we're likely going to have to be playing one of these three guys in the semis. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, even though I haven't particularly enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a fantastic day.